Namaskar. A very good day to you all, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the High Commission of India, Kuala Lumpur, and Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose Indian Cultural Centre, it's my pleasure and my privilege to welcome you all to the virtual celebrations of Mahatma Gandhi Ji's 152nd birth anniversary. This day is also being observed as the International Day of Non-Violence by the United Nations every year since the year 2007. Today, we celebrate Mahatma, his ideologies, and also his philosophies. His method of non-violence inspired many struggles against the colonial rule in different parts of the world and also the civil rights movements. Today's celebration is our humble tribute to the father of our nation. It is an important day on which we reflect upon his role and his contribution in India's freedom struggle. We will begin today's proceedings with excerpts from the Honorable Prime Minister of India's speech at the UN on the occasion of the 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi ji.
Friends,
हम सभी महात्मा गांधी की
we have all
150वीं जन्म
gathered here
जयंती पर
today on the occasion of Mahatma Gandhi's
आज के युग
150th
में
birth anniversary
उनकी
to
प्रासंगिकता पर बात
discuss
करने के लिए
his
एकजुट हुए हैं।
relevance in today's world.
आप सभी विशिष्ट अतिथियों का
I extend
मैं स्वागत करता
a
हूं।
warm welcome to all eminent guests.
महात्मा गांधी की 150वीं जन्म गांधी जी भारतीय थे,
Gandhiji was an Indian,
लेकिन
but
सिर्फ भारत के नहीं थे।
he didn't belong only to India.
आज ये मंच
This event today
इसका जीवंत
is
उदाहरण है।
a living example of this.
इतिहास में ऐसा
We
कहीं
have
देखने को
never
नहीं
seen
मिलता
this
है
in history before.
कि जब किसी व्यक्ति
A
का
person
शासन
who
से
had not
दूर
even
दूर
the
तक संबंध नहीं
remotest
हो
connection with the government,
और वो
but
सत्य और अहिंसा की
who is
शक्ति से
able with the power of truth
सदियों पुराने
and
साम्राज्य को
non-violence not only
न सिर्फ
to
झकझोर
shake
दे,
up a centuries-old
बल्कि
empire,
अनेक देशों
but
में भी
also to
आजादी
ignite
की ललक जगा
the
दे।
yearning for independence among so
महात्मा
many
गांधी
in so many countries.
ऐसे ही
Mahatma
व्यक्ति
Gandhi
थे
was such a person.
और सत्ता से इतना
And
दूर
though
रहने
he
के
stayed so
बावजूद
far away from the government,
आज भी
he reigns
वो करोड़ों
today
लोगों के दिलों पर
in the
राज कर
heart.
आप कल्पना कर सकते हैं कि जिनसे गांधी जी कभी मिले नहीं वो भी उनके जीवन से कितना प्रभावित रहे। मार्टिन ल्यूथर किंग जूनियर हो या नेल्सन मंडेला, उनके विचारों का आधार महात्मा गांधी थे। गांधी जी का विजन था। साथियों, आज लोकतंत्र की परिभाषा का एक सीमित अर्थ रह गया है कि जनता अपनी पसंद की सरकार चुने और सरकार जनता की अपेक्षा के अनुसार काम करे। लेकिन महात्मा गांधी ने लोकतंत्र की असली शक्ति पर बल दिया। उन्होंने वो दिशा दिखाई जिसमें लोग शासन पर निर्भर न हो और स्वावलंबी बने। साथियों, महात्मा गांधी भारत की आजादी की लड़ाई के केंद्र बिंदु थे, लेकिन पल भर के लिए हमें यह भी सोचना चाहिए कि अगर आजाद देश में गांधी जी पैदा हुए होते तो वो क्या करते। उन्होंने आजादी की लड़ाई लड़ी, ये बात महत्वपूर्ण है, लेकिन गांधी जी के कार्यों का विस्तार सिर्फ इतना ही नहीं था। महात्मा गांधी ने एक ऐसी समाज व्यवस्था का बीड़ा उठाया जो सरकार पर निर्भर न हो। महात्मा गांधी परिवर्तन लाए, ये सर्वविदित है, लेकिन ये कहना भी उचित होगा कि उन्होंने लोगों की आंतरिक शक्ति को जगाकर उन्हें स्वयं परिवर्तन लाने के लिए जागृत किया, प्रेरित किया। अगर आजादी के संघर्ष की जिम्मेदारी महात्मा गांधी पर न होती तो भी वो स्वराज और स्वावलंबन के मूल तत्व को लेकर अपना जीवन खपा देते, आगे बढ़ते। गांधी जी का ये विजन आज भारत के सामने बड़ी चुनौतियों के समाधान का बड़ा माध्यम बन रहा है। बीते 5 वर्षों में हमने पीपल्स पार्टिसिपेशन, जन भागीदारी को प्राथमिकता दी है। चाहे स्वच्छ भारत अभियान हो, डिजिटल इंडिया हो, जनता अब इन अभियानों का नेतृत्व खुद कर रही है। साथियों, महात्मा गांधी जी कहते थे कि उनका जीवन ही उनका संदेश है। गांधी जी ने कभी अपने जीवन से प्रभाव पैदा करने का प्रयास नहीं किया, लेकिन उनका जीवन ही प्रेरणा का कारण बन गया। आज हम हाउ टू इम्प्रेस उस दौर में से गुजर रहे हैं, लेकिन गांधी जी का विजन था हाउ टू इंस्पायर। गांधी जी की लोकतंत्र के प्रति निष्ठा की ताकत क्या थी, इससे जुड़ा एक वाक्य मैं जरूर आज आपको कहना चाहूंगा। जब कुछ वर्ष पहले मैं ब्रिटेन की महारानी एलिजाबेथ से मिला तो उन्होंने मुझे बहुत भावुकता के साथ एक छोटा सा रुमाल दिखाया था। ये रुमाल खादी से बना रुमाल था, जो गांधी जी ने उन्हें उनकी शादी के समय, उनके मैरिज के समय उपहार के तौर पर भेजा था। सोचिए, जिसके साथ सिद्धांतों का संघर्ष था, उसके साथ संबंधों को लेकर कितनी संवेदनशीलता थी, ये महात्मा गांधी का मन बताता है। वो उनका भी भला चाहते थे, सम्मान करते थे। जो उनके विरोधी थे, जिनके साथ वो आजादी की लड़ाई लड़ रहे थे, साथियों, सिद्धांतों के लिए इसी प्रतिबद्धता ने गांधी जी का ध्यान ऐसी 7 विकृतियों की तरफ खींचा, जिनके प्रति सभी को जागरूक रहना चाहिए। और उनकी ये 7 बातें आज भी रिलेवेंट है, आने वाले कल भी रिलेवेंट रहने वाली है। उन 7 बातें हैं: वेल्थ विदाउट वर्क, प्लेजर विदाउट कॉन्शियंस, नॉलेज विदाउट कैरेक्टर, बिजनेस विदाउट एथिक्स, साइंस विदाउट ह्यूमैनिटी, रिलीजन विदाउट सैक्रिफाइस, पॉलिटिक्स विदाउट प्रिंसिपल। चाहे क्लाइमेट चेंज हो या फिर आतंकवाद, भ्रष्टाचार हो या फिर स्वार्थपरक सामाजिक जीवन, गांधी जी के ये सिद्धांत हमें मानवता की रक्षा करने के लिए मार्गदर्शक की तरह काम करते हैं। मुझे विश्वास है कि गांधी जी का दिखाया ये रास्ता बेहतर विश्व के निर्माण में प्रेरक सिद्ध होगा। मैं समझता हूं कि जब तक मानवता के साथ गांधी जी के विचारों का ये प्रवाह बना रहेगा, तब तक गांधी जी की प्रेरणा और प्रासंगिकता भी हमारे बीच बनी रहेगी। मैं फिर एक बार आप सभी का बहुत बहुत आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। थैंक यू।
I have pleasure in inviting His Excellency Shri B.N. Reddy, the High Commissioner of India to Malaysia, to address us on this occasion.
Thank you, Padmini. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I extend a very warm welcome to you all to the observance of today, the 2nd of October, the birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi as the International Day of Non-Violence. It is also a moment of profound personal significance to me. On 15 June 2007, as a delegate of the Permanent Mission of India in New York, I was associated with the adoption of the draft resolution in the UN General Assembly to declare 2nd October as the International Day of Non-Violence, with the co-sponsorship of 142 countries. Since then, I've had the privilege of joining the observance of this day in several countries. Today's event also coincides with the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, a 75-week-long festival that began on 21st March this year to celebrate and commemorate 75 years of progressive independent India. It was on 21st March in 1930 that Mahatma Gandhi launched the Dandi March, or popularly known as Salt Satyagraha, which inspired the people of India to protest in a non-violent manner against the British colonial rule, culminating in India's independence in 1947. As India and Malaysia emerged independent during the last century, the path of non-violence became the cornerstone of their struggle for independence. Mahatma's preaching and practice of ahimsa, or non-violence, had a profound influence globally. This year, the International Day of Non-Violence assumes greater significance as the world seeks more precise answers for achieving peace and harmony. Honorable Prime Minister of India, His Excellency Mr. Narendra Modi, speaking at the United Nations, said, I quote, "The path shown by Mahatma Gandhi will prove to be a motivator in creating a new world." Friends, the teachings of Mahatma Gandhi continue to hold a special place in Malaysia. The Dewan Gandhi in Sungai Petani, built in early 1950s, is a living example of deep connect of Mahatma with Malaysia and his advocacy of unity, equality and brotherhood of man. I am delighted that we have an address by Tunku Dato Dr. Haja Sofia Jewa, niece of Dr. Tunku Abdul Rahman Putra, the first Prime Minister of Malaysia, reminiscing the close connect between the father of the Indian nation and the father of Malaysia. Thank you, Tunku Dato Sofia, for joining us today. We look forward to the rendition of popular songs associated with Mahatma by accomplished Malaysian singer Dr. Hardev Kaur and her team. I am happy to note that our Indian Cultural Center, led by Kathak teacher Akshobhya Bharadwaj, accompanied by Bharatanatyam exponent Sri Ganeshan, Odissi artist Ms. Reshmi, and senior Malaysian students will also present dance items set to Mahatma's famous bhajans. I once again thank you all for joining this event today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Our cultural celebrations today begins with a rendition of Sabarmati Ke Sant Tune Kar Diya Kamal by Dr. Hardev Kaur and her team. Dr. Hardev Kaur is trained in Hindustani classical music and has a huge fan following in Malaysia. She is also featured in the coffee table book Vaishnav Janato Tene Kahiye, released by the Government of India on the occasion of the 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi ji in the year 2019. I'm very happy to welcome Dr. Hardev Kaur and her team for the rendition of Sabarmati Ke Sant, which is a patriotic song dedicated to Gandhi ji.
रघुपति राघव राजा राम। दे दी हमें आजादी बिना खड़क बिना ढाल, साबरमती के संत तूने कर दिया कमाल। दे दी हमें आजादी बिना खड़क बिना ढाल, साबर के धाव के उल्टी सभी की चाल, साबरमती के संत तूने कर दिया कमाल। दे दी हमें आजादी बिना खड़क बिना ढाल, साबरमती के संत तूने कर दिया कमाल। रघुपति राघव राजा राम, रघुपति राघव राजा राम। जब जब तेरा भी गुल बजा जवान चल पड़े, मजदूर चल पड़े थे और किसान चल पड़े, हिंदू व मुसलमान सिख पठान चल पड़े, कदमों पे तेरी कोटि कोटि प्राण चल पड़े। फूलों की सेज छोड़ के दौड़े जवाहरलाल, साबरमती के संत तूने कर दिया कमाल। दे दी हमें आजादी बिना खड़क बिना दाल, साबरमती के संत तूने कर दिया कमाल। रघुपति राघव राजा राम, रघुपति राघव राजा राम। मन में थी अहिंसा की लगान, तन पे लंगोटी, लाखों में घूम था लिए सत्य की सोटी। वैसे तो देखने में थी हस्ती तेरी छोटी, लेकिन तुझे झुकती ही मिलाए के भी चोटी। दुनिया में तू बेजोड़ था इंसान बेमिसाल, साबरमती के संत तूने कर दिया कमाल। दे दी हमें आजादी बिना खड़क बिना दाल, साबरमती के संत तूने कर दिया कमाल। रघुपति राघव राजा राम, रघुपति राघव राजा राम। जग में कई जिया है तो बापू तू ही जिया, तूने वतन की राह पे सब कुछ लुटा दिया। मांगा न कोई तख्त न तू ताज ही दिया, अमृत दिया सभी को मगर खुद जहर पिया। जिस दिन तेरी चिता जली रोया था महाकाल, साबरमती के संत तूने कर दिया कमाल। दे दी हमें आजादी बिना खड़क बिना दाल, साबरमती के संत तूने कर दिया कमाल। रघुपति राघव राजा राम, रघुपति राघव राजा राम, रघुपति राघव राजा राम, रघुपति राघव राजा राम, रघुपति राघव राजा राम।
Thank you very much, Dr. Hardev Kaur. That was indeed a soulful and passionate rendition of the bhajan. We have amongst us today the Honorable Princess of the Kedar Royal Household, Tunku Datuk Dr. Hajja Sophia Jiva, niece of Dr. Tunku Abdul Rahman Putra, the first Prime Minister of Malaysia. Tunku Sophia is a barrister from the Honorable Society of Lincoln's Inn, a practicing advocate and a solicitor. She is also well known in the Malaysian literary field and is an accomplished writer, having published numerous legal literary works over the years, including the public international laws. Today, she will draw some interesting parallels between Mahatma Gandhi ji and Tunku Abdul Rahman in her talk on Gandhi and Tunku Abdul Rahman, a study in contrast.
Assalamualaikum and Salam Sejahtera. I thank the Indian High Commissioner to Malaysia, His Excellency Mr. Nagabhushana Reddy, and the Malaysia-India Heritage Group in particular for this opportunity to deliver my talk on the anniversary of Gandhi's birthday. It is a matter of pride to us that the Malaysia-India Heritage Group takes a keen interest in drawing public attention to overlapping areas of concern in the historical heritage of both India and Malaysia. Therefore, in this talk today, my approach to Gandhi will be in the Malaysian context. It is of interest to note that the late Durai Rajasingham, civil servant and writer, had once compared Mahatma Gandhi to my paternal uncle, Tunku Abdul Rahman Putra, who had freed our country from colonial rule and became the first Prime Minister. Gandhi and Tunku are both founding fathers of their respective nations. When we remember our heroes, we connect with our heritage and we are inspired to walk in the footsteps of our heroes in the service of our nation, our citizens, and our fellow human beings. As all of us are acutely and painfully aware, the world today is embroiled in conflicts and ideological differences that threaten to destroy our human civilization. It is very important for us to restore hope for the future of our respective countries and the world at large by celebrating the lives and ideas of great statesmen like Gandhi and Tunku. The best way to remember and thank these leaders is by imbibing the values that they had struggled for. Values like unity, non-violence, magnanimity, openness, empathy, and compassion. When Tunku was born, Gandhi was already 34. Gandhi was already practicing as a barrister in South Africa and championing the rights of the Indians. There is a statue of Gandhi in the Kalasalai Tamil School in Sungai Siput, and there is also a statue of Tunku in Parliament House. And interestingly, both the statues of Tunku and Gandhi are seen holding a book. What coincidence! Both Gandhi and Tunku were born destined to lead their countries to independence from British colonial rule. Both Tunku and Gandhi shared a common title. Gandhi was known as Father of the Nation, a title bestowed on him by Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Likewise, Tunku was also known as Father of the Nation or Bapa Malaysia. Indeed, Gandhi was affectionately known as Bapu, which means father. Tunku was also seen as the father of all Malaysians. In the words of Tunku, and I quote, "I can feel the pulse of this nation. I can read the hearts and minds of the people, because truly I am not the Prime Minister of this nation, but the father to all the peoples who live here." It is believed that childhood influence played a positive role in the lives of both Tunku and Gandhi. Mention must be made of their mothers, Putlibai and Manjalara. Both of them played a major role in the upbringing of Gandhi and Tunku respectively. Both Gandhi and Tunku believed that independence is meaningless without the spirit of service. According to Gandhi, and I quote, "To give service to a single heart by a single act is better than 1,000 heads bowing in prayer." End of quote. A similar sentiment was shared by Tunku, who said, and I quote, "Voluntary work is also patriotism of a high order, because it asks a man to live for the service of his country. It is a treasure we should guard and respect." End of quote. Interestingly, both Tunku and Gandhi demonstrated great concern for lepers. Among the patients in the Sivagram ashram was a leper in the advanced stage of the disease. He had come to the ashram of a sudden, saying he wished to rest his bones there. Gandhi said, and I quote, "How can I say no to you? Who will look after you if I don't?" End of quote. Gandhi used to wash the sores on his feet every day. During Gandhi's visit to Orissa, he insisted on meeting the lepers. He said, and I quote, "Why should I call these lepers my brothers if I do not mix with them?" End of quote. And he insisted that each poor leper be brought to him. He shook hands with them, patted their heads, and spoke words of comfort to them. Now, about Tunku and leprosy. One day, Tunku gave a lift to a man who turned out to be a badly afflicted leper. Tunku was horrified just looking at him, and the image of the leper lived on with him. After that, he and his wife Sharifa Rozia adopted 2 infants from leper parents, and every year he sent food to the lepers. On 29 October 1962, as Prime Minister of Malaysia, Tunku paid homage to the great Mahatma at Rajghat, where Gandhi was cremated, by laying a wreath of honor. In Tunku's own words, and I quote, "Gandhi's name will be cherished not only by Indians but by all who love freedom. He has been the font of our inspiration in our fight for freedom. End of quote. Dear friends, Gandhi was an apostle of non-violence. According to Gandhi, and I quote, "Non-violence is the greatest force at the disposal of man. It is mightier than the mightiest weapon of destruction devised by the ingenuity of man." End of quote. Of all his achievements, Tunku was most proud of having achieved independence through non-violence. Long after he retired, he wrote, and I quote, "Even if I am credited with nothing more, I can at least thank God that I was able to lead our country along the path of independence and beyond without one drop of blood being shed." Dear friends, respect for our great leaders holds together our society and our nation. The values that they embody guide us to become useful members of our society and the world community. We walk in their paths and our lives become more sublime. Our nation benefits. It is our hope that in a world fraught with wars, exploitation, greed, hate, and ingratitude, the younger generation will not forget to remember the legacy of our past heroes. The best way to remember them is to emulate their virtues. If we are truly serious about commemorating Gandhi's birthday anniversary, let us remember what he had said on his last birthday. And I quote, "If you really want to celebrate my birthday, it is your duty not to let anyone be possessed by madness. And if there is any anger in your hearts, you must remove it." End of quote. Likewise, it is interesting to add what Tunku had said on his 64th birthday. And I quote, "It will be a lovely birthday present for me if you will only give some thought and attention to my advice on the need to live together in peace, goodwill, and harmony." End of quote. To wrap up, and in conclusion, let us not forget to take pride in the contribution of great luminaries whom we should remember as national treasures on this blessed anniversary date of Gandhi's birthday, which is also honored by the international community as the International Day on Non-Violence. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tunku, for the deep insight into the values and the philosophies of Gandhiji and Tunku Abdul Rahman. Now we present to you a dance production set to Gandhiji's favorite bhajans. First would be a dance presentation on Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram by the ICC Kathak teacher Sri Akshobhya Bharadwaj, who is joined by the Bharatnatyam exponent Sri Sri Ganeshan and the Odissi artist Ms. Rashmi. This will be followed by the dance performance of the senior Malaysian students of the Indian Cultural Center to the tune of Vaishnava Janato.
He has hands beyond his knees like Mahavir and Buddha. He always speaks the truth. He is pro-social forever. And he follows non-violence. That is our Mahatma. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. From a common man, he evolved to a Mahatma, meaning a great soul. He had immense love for his mother, but his love for his Matrabhumi, motherland, Mother India, far exceeded it. His divine soul was always inspired and influenced by Lord Sri Rama, the king of Ayodhya. He always wanted to establish Ram Rajya, kingdom of Lord Rama, which has peace, love and prosperity.
मेरी तो आशा भी, ईश्वर से प्रार्थना भी है कि हिंदुस्तान ऐसा बने कि जिससे सारी दुनिया कहे कि अगर आज़ाद बनना है तो हिंदुस्तान के जैसे आज़ाद बनो। ऐसा करने में आप लोग बहुत बड़ा हिस्सा दे सकते हैं। सब के सब अपनी जगह पर अपना धर्म का पालन करें तो हिंदुस्तान जैसा मैं आपको कहता हूँ ऐसा बन सकता है, उसमें मुझको तनिक भी शंका नहीं है।
Negative experiences can be the seed to a positive change, which he displayed after the South Africa incident.
वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे। वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे
Gandhi, you continue to live in our hearts, and we strive to evolve to a Mahatma like you.
Thank you very much to all the participants for this wonderful presentation. With this, we have come to the conclusion of today's program. I would like to thank you all for joining us virtually for today's celebrations. Till we meet again, take care, stay safe. Namaste, Jai Hind.